Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and there's been a lot of discussion about what is causing the issues in Apex Legends right now. Is it, the player base not getting enough new content? Are the pros fed up? Or is it actually the meta with the new support class? And today we're going to take a look at Respawn's strategy with the meta, and if it's going to be changing it all coming up to go ahead and balance it out a little more. We're also going to go ahead and give out a Bloodhound Heirloom recolor. All you gotta do is like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill. But without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. Meta in Apex Legends has always, played a really big part in the game. It's kind of what keeps us going and trying to learn new things. We've seen everything from the Seer meta in Season 11 when he was insanely overpowered, then he got nerfed inevitably, and then we saw the rise of Bangalore, and so on and so forth. But Season 23 has seen one of the biggest changes ever in terms of meta, and it revolves around an entire class. If you take a look at the current pick rates, Lifeline is up 152%, Newcastle is up 159%, Gibraltar is up a staggering almost 300%, and on all those other legends you see there, well, other than Wraith, outside of support, most have actually been decreasing by quite a lot. Horizon is actually down 40%. Never thought I'd see that day. And it is very clear that this is going to be the season of support. In fact, Respawn themselves have dubbed it the support season. You have everything from Gibby getting a huge buff, whereas cooldown dome protection is reduced to 17 seconds. It's no longer destroyed by Crypto's EMP or Maggie's Wrecking Ball, making him an absolute force. There's the new Big Brother, which increases his ult radius by 20%, which is just insane. Don't even get me started on Newcastle, who may actually just be the best legend in the game, where his mobile shield no longer takes damage. It can now be repositioned when Newcastle is down. You can go ahead and retrieve their wounded, which is increased by 50%. The thick shield was removed. However, New Hero's Hustle greatly increases move speed while reviving. Newcastle has seen a huge buff overall. And don't even get me started, as Lifeline got reborn this season, she can now hover in the air and fly around. She's essentially a movement support character. Although, to be fair, Respawn did actually go ahead and nerf Newcastle and Lifeline just a couple of weeks ago. However, it hasn't really changed their pick rate or their overall status as absolute juggernauts in this current meta. And this is definitely the plan of what Respawn wants to do. Lead designer Devin McGuire has actually said that they purposely make new legends overpowered. There's a certain level of imbalance that you go to release something hot and spicy. It needs to come out of the gate feeling like it's not just on par with everything. Some people are excited about it, something people want to try and experiment with, so you go a little overboard on that front to make sure it stands out, knowing that it's probably too far. We can probably tweak it back if it becomes a problem, which, I mean, there is a case that it might actually be a problem. The same thing happened with the Mozambique. You can go ahead and see a lot of changes in terms of the Kimbos was a really disruptive ad, they said, knowing that it was kind of overpowered and broken from the very beginning. And it's been a while since we saw a big nerf for it since its release. There was a slight one where they went ahead and made it have less shots, but overall the Mozambique went from one of the least used weapons to one of the most powerful, and support class basically being something you absolutely need. When asked about what the biggest goal of the season of support was, one of the senior devs, Nikolic, said, "It is really to push support to the top of the stack and get more people playing them. We don't want to knock you off your movement legends, but we want you to think about your team composition more than anything. The biggest thing we added to Lifeline for me is getting Doc to be movable. I can aim and shoot it at teammates and really help push the fight," which is, I think, overall a good idea, but I don't know if people are actually changing the composition of that much rather than just 3 stacking support legends. It feels like Skirmisher has kind of been left back in the dust. Maybe we'll see an overhaul of that at some point in the future, but the support class in general, not even with the individual legends and buffs, actually got a huge change as well, as support legends can now move at full walk speed while healing amount from small meds is doubled. Basically, they took out the gold shield and gave it exclusively to support. They also have a faster revive time of 25% more, and grant health regen to their ally on a successful revive, essentially giving them the gold knockdown shield. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. They've added in these new Rift relics. You can go ahead and see in gameplay, but you go ahead and run around and grab them. It will actually give you a buff to either your movement or something that will actually help you with your overall weaponry. Or it might just give you an overpowered weapon. And the reason behind that was, it's part of the team's desire to get in line with this direction of disruption and playing a little bit with meta. Overall, I'm interested to see how the meta works. I think right now it is in a current state where, yeah, there are gonna have to be a lot of nerfs. It's kind of fun to try out for the first week or two, but it's gonna get really obnoxious seeing just Lifeline, Newcastle, basically be run back to back to back no matter what, because together they are just incredibly overpowered. You could run Lifeline, Newcastle, and Gibby, and there is no reason you would need to play any other legends, because those 3 alone can pretty much turn the tide of any battle, especially with the dual Mozambique being an up-close weapon with the Gibby Dome. Now the Mastiff is a gold weapon that's incredibly overpowered. I like how they're going ahead and trying different things, but they might have just gone a little too overboard as opposed to past seasons. Instead of just one legend being incredibly powerful, they have now made an entire class overpowered, and there's no reason to really try anything else. They've got some other stuff they're working on in the future, such as a fully kitted weapon system that Yoro Tsuki let us know about, where you now don't even have to go ahead and find weapons. They're just going to go ahead and let you start with the weapons that you want to choose from a pre-selected loadout at the beginning of the game, along with more buffs to the legend perk system, where legends will get bonuses using certain weapons like Rampart and Maggie does. So I'll be interested to see. The meta has definitely shifted from where it has been in the past, and it could be a really good thing for Apex Legends to make it really fresh, or it could completely backfire as players get fed up with having to go against the same 3 legends over and over again against pred stacks if they don't go ahead and figure out the skill-based matchmaking, which has continually been an issue. All that being said, we're going to go ahead and play some community clips now. Don't forget to submit your own to me on Thordan Smash on Twitter, but without further ado, let's roll it.
That's not good.
Recharging my shields.
I can't see anything, dude.
Spawn grenade. I took out more enemies. Reloading. Multiple enemies neutralized. All by myself. I'm helping.
Come on, mate. Come on, you in. Let's go make a mist. An egg dropped out of the sky near me.
Focus on radar. Check your map.
That egg shield is cracked.
Crack shields on that bandit.
I need to fill my grenade. Boy, back that line. Oh, no. Get whole squad dust.
Nice kill. They never saw it.
Standing by for care package.
Roger that, near me. Full move.
Fire. Confused. Be tossed.
Reloading.
Disappointing. Pathetic.
Rival there.
There's 2 on the fucking stairs, man. Got my knock. If you need the shield, just chasing you. Oh no! Oh my god! Our teammates on the 2nd floor doing nothing. What the hell?
Yo, I just...
Let me know down below, what do you guys think about the meta? Do you think it is one of the reasons that Apex Legends hasn't been as successful this season, or do you think that it is a plethora of other issues caused by the game? Also, don't forget to check out this video right here by my editor Novell, who does amazing Apex Legends content, and until next time everyone, keep slaying in the Outlands. I'll see you out there.